not pretty.
But my close encounter with this giant has got me wondering. Huge.
Facts.
Perhaps it's no coincidence that the rivers here are also home to another gigantic fish.
Nani? What fish? I need to know. Whoa. Oh, it's a catfish.
Weighing over 600
Makes sense.
pounds, the Mekong giant catfish
Makes
is a
sense.
Class A monster.
He's about to catch a catfish right now.
The stingrays are
No, he came booking. He's like, yeah, got something. He caught a catfish. Easy peasy for him, though.
close-up look at a giant
I
Mekong.
guess.
I've come to a stocked fishing lake.
Oh,
These
it's
animals
stocked
are all
up.
but extinct in the wild.
So they have a whole bunch in a lake for you to specifically fish. That's kind of cool, low-key. Sad that there's none in the wild.
One's
They
giving
should
me the runaround.
work on rehabilitating the wild ones.
Huge tail on that. It is probably just a small one.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Very powerful sort of
We're just the worst species in the world, bro.
Feel the beats of the tail.
Oh, there it is. Got him in the net, stupid.
My catch is only
That's
1/10
nice.
the size of what they can reach.
Oh, that's so nice. That's pretty.
It's got no scales.
That's really pretty, actually.
What's interesting as well,
look at the eye. That's so cool.
It hasn't got feelers, it hasn't got barbels. And the other thing that's actually...
Yeah, where's the whiskers?
There's not even anything approaching a sort of one of these raspy pads in there. Although this does grow very big, I mean, well over 600 pounds, it's not really a predator. This thing's a vegetarian.
Makes sense.
Eyes are actually on the underside
Down the bottom.
of the head there, very close to the corner of the mouth. And that's something that just points to it being
looking down for
feeder,
yeah.
sort of rooting around.
It's kind of cool though. It's a really pretty fish.
Isn't a killer, which leaves me
so there's no whiskers. So, I mean, it is a catfish, but there's no whiskers
giants.
to make it like a catfish.
I've yet to see a chow.
Still pretty cool.
But with Thailand's biggest fish market just down the road, I'm back on the hunt.
Wait, is he going to the fish market to look for one of them?
This is a vast clearinghouse for everything. Stingrays first evolved in the oceans, and it could be that the giant freshwater stingray occurs in the sea as well as rivers.
Swordfish, marlins. Okay, small one.
So we have got rays here. I'm finding some rays. That's not the one I'm after. This is an eagle ray of sorts.
Oh, that's dope.
It's another species
that
of
was
ray.
Fire. Look at that one. That's
great. There's a huge diversity.
Different rays. That's kind of cool.
Lots of variations on the theme.
That one looks like a bird.
Stingrays are clearly one of nature's more successful designs.
What is that?
Years ago, may come as a surprise.
Not really.
Quick lesson in evolution here. Here's a shark, and that is the classic shark.
I didn't see any teeth.
Come to this fish here.
Girl, look at him like, what is he doing?
Sharp dorsal fin. But something very different going on at the front end of the fish. It's flattening.
Yeah, that's kind of cool as hell. What is that, like a
type of mouth?
Different type of ray. That shit is fire. That's actually
Gills here on the bottom of the body. Come to this fish here.
It's moving.
And here we have
the manta ray.
Oh. Same mouth.
The same mouth. Cute.
Flip it over. And there we have it. A ray is basically a flattened shark with this long tail.
Barb. Well, yeah.
Water intakes on top is an adaptation for life on the ocean floor. Whatever its origins, the monster...
They over here walking around with Samsung shirts on.
After 3 hours of trawling, I haven't found...
All of them have soccer shirts on them. Yes, that's like the uniform there, but
back
they look
at
like
Area
soccer
51,
uniforms.
Our lines are set. As we wait for a bite, Boy tells me an unnerving story.
Here, make my eyes come right at this way.
And that's the scar of it now.
About stingray wounds, this kind of thing. And he told me a story about how a small one just scratched him on the finger, and he thought that's going to be fine.
He was dying.
The heart is pounding away. He was actually thinking, blimey, this could be like a snake bite. You know, this could be fatal. But actually, after 3 hours,
It went away,
passed,
sort of.
and I'm just thinking, yeah, these things.
It's just the insane pain.
With plenty of floats out, it's not long before I'm back in the ring. This time, I've learnt my lesson and switched.
It sounds like the neurotoxin has like a receptor that latches onto pain nerves. I'm not really a biologist though, so spitballing
to my relief,
based on like my previous knowledge.
Before this one starts to surface.
Right, fish is coming up. Fish is coming up.
Smaller. That's a small one. That's not what we're here for.
Okay, you ready, boys?
That was an easy fight.
So we got the fish here in the net.
I finally caught one.
Okay, that's smart. They had the big nets all the way on the bottom of the boat, and they use the sticks to kind of
until its sting is strapped up. This fish is still a loaded gun.
I better cut that shit off.
Binding the barb, which sits in a bit of a groove, and that is binding the barb to the tail.
Okay, you better
Once
cover
it's
that
disarmed, we head for the bank.
Is that a man?
Well, I haven't really properly seen this fish.
Looks like
I'm
a
really
boy. I
looking
think
forward
that's a
now
boy.
to getting it in and having a proper look at this animal.
But that's a big animal, man. Even if that's kind of like a smaller one, that's a big one.
I've finally caught a giant freshwater stingray, and I'm about to see this animal in the flesh for the first time. This species. Yet, as I now discover, this is only half the story.
We've got a male. This one's a male.
I figured.
The entire team is on hand to help measure and weigh the fish.
Yeah, they're about to figure this man's out.
Foot across. It's not particularly big as they go, but it is very big for a male.
Its sex explains why this one came up so fast. Astonishingly, females.
Oh,
grown male.
Crap. So that's a full-grown boy. Females, like always in nature, are bigger.
Very quickly, 175 pounds, around 80 kilos.
That's still a big fish.
This is one of the largest fish I've ever caught.
That's still a big fish. Look how,
and yet, incredible as it sounds,
he looks big,
to me a
but
minnow.
he doesn't look 175 pounds at all. Yeah, send him
This
back.
is an animal that completely warps your normal
His
sense
eyes
of scale.
are just like on top, looking everywhere.
Despite catching a good sized
Better run, better run, better run, better run.
from over.
I'd be shook, bro. I'm sorry. I would not be nowhere near that
Since it was
tail.
first scientifically described, there have been a case far inland.
That'd be a negative. Thank you.
I'm leaving the tidal waterways around Bangkok and heading up country. Could this be where I'll...
Maybe. More likely.
150 miles north, at a town called Nakhon Sawan, I meet a fisherman with a tantalizing tale.
Damn, 150 miles looks like almost a whole country. 150 miles in like the U.S. is like half a state. If you're in a smaller state. Excuse me.
Right, this is interesting.
That's a big fish.
I'm imagining that that wasn't easy to get out. How long to get this out of the river?
I don't know what he's saying. He's looking at him like, I don't know what you're saying either.
The 320 kilos, which converts to something like 700 pounds.
I'm about to say it's like
Seriously
600-700 pounds, right?
And the story is it took 10 people in, and it actually dragged the boat well over a mile during that time. So I think a bit of an epic battle and a big fish.
Looking at the man's tackle, I'm amazed he got it.
Ah, we got a video clip. Someone took. You know, this is obviously big local news. There's people all around.
Look at that.
I'm no stranger to fishermen's yarns, but true. This fish was cut up and weighed accurately for market. It seems they
Makes
only
sense.
kept one piece of it.
Barb, of course they kept
Is
the
this from the
fucking
same
tail.
fish?
Yes.
That tail is
Ooh,
massive.
Right, okay.
The barb, not so much.
Even
But
with
look at
its
the
tip broken
tail.
off, this barb is by far the biggest I've seen.
Barb is huge.
If there are
But the
giant
tail,
stingrays
bro,
here,
what the hell? And then look at the tail. It looks like straight spikes all
I'm
over
starting
it.
to wonder, could
Nah,
these
I
creatures
don't
have
even want to get
penetrated
scratched by
deep
that,
into
bro.
the river systems, just like their distant
They're probably deep up there.
Getting on for 3,000 miles long, the mighty Mekong is Southeast Asia's greatest river.
It probably goes all the way up there, and once you get to the top of the river, that's probably like the Great
Until just the
Sage,
last 150 years,
Great Sage
its upper reaches
Stingray.
remained largely cut off from the outside world.
Naruto reference. He's gonna do a lot
Even
of those.
today, it still feels can help me unlock them. It's the fishermen who make their living along its banks. I'm now 1,000 miles upriver.
I'm about to say,
and I
how
wonder,
far? They're gonna be finding it there.
I wonder
Easy.
if you fishing here see any cabane.
Right away. Does he know Thai?
Fish. Any really big one?
Or Cambodian, whatever he's speaking?
What happened there was that the stingray got wrapped up in the net, and this big one just broke its way through. It sounds promising, but I want a positive ID. And so on. Same fish?
They're like same type of fish, not the same fish.
So the same fish as was here. Right. This is that was caught at Nakhon Sawan, and not only is it the same species, it was also about the same size. And this was a big animal here, so that's a very, very encouraging bit of in water where these things
You could see the girth on it, like thickness. That's a big fish.
With a confirmed eyewitness account, I'm eager to take a look for myself.
They're usually looking flat, but that shit's fat.
It's on the border with Laos. 25 years ago, I was actually in this very same bit of river, a little bit upstream, in fact.
I'm not quite.
And I was arrested by the police. Cut short my entire trip. End of fishing, end of everything.
Yo, look at him.
They locked me up for the night and confiscated all my photos.
1960. That's crazy. That's a nutty story. Imagine having that story, getting locked up in Thailand in the 60s. That's crazy.
What I'm doing now, I'm looking down into the water. I've got the sonar here. I've got about 20 foot of water.
That's the Cold War, bro.
And I'm trying to step in looking for the stingrays.
I'm about to say the hummingbird is a sonar thing, right?
Straight away, but they're middle of the water. They're unlikely to be stingrays, although could be a ray. I do think that they don't spend all the time necessarily just stuck right down. I think sometimes they do actually rise
up
off
and down, yeah.
Maybe 3 or 4 feet and glide away. Here. But before I can unpack my rod, there's a nasty surprise.
Yo, they're getting arrested again. Wow. That's a long boat, too. That's a big boat.
I'm in Thailand in search of the giant freshwater stingray.
Under arrest.
I fought and lost a
None of the police. It's not bad.
Now, I followed the trail of this obscure beast to the Thai-Laos border, 1,000 miles up the Mekong.
That's why he's crossing the border.
Banks into the river, the border police are onto me.
Yep.
One problem about here, it's the border between two countries, Thailand and Laos. I might have possibly carry on acting normal. I suppose I have got some sort of fairly high-tech looking gear on the boat.
Yeah,
I'm flying on the bottom of the river.
They're gonna tell you to pull over.
Oh. Okay.
You better go in before they shoot you, bro.
On the river here. Yeah, no, I've been waved into the side. Very, very keen on keeping an eye on people who do things by this border. Border area is just very sensitive. That's another difficulty in trying to find this stingray here. I avoid jail at least, but I've no choice but to cut short my mission.
That's the one thing with countries having river borders. It's hard to enforce a river border.
I wonder if I'll ever see this elusive monster.
Once you put a fence on each side, and then the river's just neutral territory.
I return to Area 51. I'm back at Samut Songkram, where I've already caught a full-grown male and come painfully close to landing a truly massive female.
He's sharpening the fish hook. Yeah, that's wild. I like those boats.
This time
cool.
The stakes are even higher. A team of scientists has arrived at Chulalongkorn University and provide a live stingray for their research. So little is known about this animal that every catch offers a rare chance to learn more. The scientists will settle for any stingray I can catch, but for me, this is all about seeing a true giant.
Facts. If I'm there for a reason, I want to get the giant one, bro.
Female.
I'm not going there for a little bit.
I haven't come this far to miss out.
Facts, you better go for it.
Because I get the illusion now that
you're going to
I'm taking the boat to the fish. The fish isn't actually going anywhere at the moment. What do you think, Car? Is it a fairly good fish?
Probably.
It's just...
Look at how it's bending that short pole.
It's a worrying sign.
That's insane, though.
Any monster worth its salt isn't going to give up so quickly. But then the stingray sinks back down upriver. Oh! The drag on this reel, it's a little bit like a handbrake on a car. And I've got that almost fully on. And the fish just going out 1 inch.
I don't know high-tech fishing rods, so
after half an hour,
I do know about the drag resistance and stuff like that, but
and I do the
there's
same.
probably other stuff involved with that reel that I really don't know.
Then we're back for round 2, and it's looking.
Did you just see that engine? That looked like
7 of
a car engine, bro.
Are dragged
like legitimately like an LS motor. With a transmission. It was actually legitimately a car engine on the boat.
First time, it feels
I wouldn't
like
be surprised, but that's hilarious.
Over the boat. I think it's coming this way again.
Smart to have a second boat strapped to it for careful.
It's gone this way.
For stability. That boiling, that thing is breathing. It probably breathes more than us.
It's up in the water.
Oh, here it comes. Is it a big girl? It looks kind of big.
Back of the net. And this one looks pretty big, with an impressive 10-inch sting.
Oof. Oof. 10-inch stinger. Imagine that going through 10 inches.
Head of the science
That's
team,
probably about
almost
the thickness of my chest. So like going through my heart would pierce my whole chest.
She's asked me to help her collect some venom.
They're collecting the venom from it.
It
makes
takes
sense.
6 people to heave this huge animal onto its front, into a position where we can measure it.
Look at that thing. It looks so angry. That thing looks nuts. That thing looks mad. Oh, yeah, no, it's like, nah, bro, I'm getting out of here. It's like, stop this. Let's try to get out of there, man. So yeah, keep around. We'll teach y'all some shit today. Where I'm still alive.
191. At around 6 feet across and roughly 400 pounds, This female stingray is by far the largest river fish.
That's crazy.
Little did I realize she was about to produce the mother of all surprises.
About to have a baby? She about to have a baby? No way.
I'm in Thailand on the trail of the giant freshwater stingray.
Oh, it's just squashing my fingers. It's squashing.
It has a baby, they're gonna keep it. It's like, nah, they probably won't.
An odd pound female. But it seems we've got more than we bargained for.
So we've just got the fish into where the scientific. Literally, as we sort of pulled it in the net, it's actually given birth to 2 live young.
Wow, look at those.
Dr. Ning uses ultra.
That's insane.
This is the first time scientists have been able to collect data from the fully formed pups of these stingrays.
Here.
There is a lighter shape inside it, so apparently that is the baby stingray still inside.
For me, this fish is a real first.
Wow,
Not
that's
just for its
insane.
size.
That's really freaking cool, man. You got like 4.
3, and another one inside. 4 fish, 1 hook.
Like many sharks,
Wow.
stingrays give birth to live young.
Yeah,
When they emerge
that's crazy.
on their stings,
Yeah, makes sense.
presumably to prevent internal injury to the mother.
Makes sense.
However, these safety catches soon drop off. Within minutes, these twins.
It has been known before for these fish to eject young when they're caught, and if they are not very well developed, there's a worry that they're not going to survive. But the great thing about these fish here, these 2, is that they being born a little bit early, but I think they are definitely going to survive in this river, particularly with that 2-inch prong on their tail. There's not a lot that's going to come near them.
That's so dope. That's freaking sick. Look at those babies.
The scientists return to what I can only describe as the mothership. No one really knows why this animal grows so huge.
Yeah, I'd be taking all the samples I could.
I wonder, be the key that allows a marine fish to invade rivers.
Probably.
Most sea fish die quickly and able to cope with the stress and survive. There's one final sample to extract.
Okay, I'm all
The
in.
venom.
Right, we are now.
Everybody's in the background watching, like, yo, this is freaking crazy.
I hope here.
I would be like, wow. I would
Collecting
expect-
this thick, toxic mucus will help the scientists to discover in more detail how the venom works.
I would have been shook trying to do that. I was gonna lie. I was like,
Bid farewell to this river monster.
better
Though
name
the
her.
jury's still out, if further research
Can't tag 'em.
confirms that this fish does live exclusively in fresh water, planet. What's certain is that this is the biggest and strangest catch of my life. Reunited with her babies, the mother sting dark depths of
Yeah,
her
he
hidden
let
world.
pull him to make sure it was going before stabbing anybody.
Stories of alien abduction. You know, they did experiments
That's
on them
crazy.
and all sorts. One who's seen the alien. I mean, just what an amazing, totally unfish-like fish. I mean, a real monstrous beast.
Wow. No, that thing is insane. Yeah, that was really cool. That fish was massive. I never thought anything like that would be caught on the show. That thing is big. I thought he was gonna settle for like the smaller one and then another smaller one. I didn't think he was gonna say screw it, let's go for the big one. But that thing was like what he said, 400 pounds, which is on the lighter side. If they said it can get up to 1,300, that's insane. That's like a great white shark. No. And then Steve Irwin getting hit by one of those. I think the one they said that he got hit by was pretty big too, but that's insane though. I enjoyed that. I never saw that episode. I've seen like random episodes of this here and there, but never that one. So if you guys want to see more of this was kind of like probably a one-off or here and there kind of thing. Just let me know. Catch you guys later.